Today's not really a fertility update. Today, it's more just a check-in, see how everybody's doing, tell you what I've been up to. I'm gonna do my hair whilst I talk to you guys. So, I've had a week off work because I needed to take some annual leave. Not very good at taking it, gonna be honest. Me and my partner were planning on doing a couple of days away whilst we were both had the week off. Just enjoy a bit of just us without thinking about infertility. But unfortunately my partner got the cold, or maybe it was flu. I don't really know. It was a bit like a flu because he was very unwell. And so we didn't go away to our little B&B down south. We ended up just at home doing housework and watching a lot of TV. It's nice. Do you know what? It's nice to just spend a little bit of time together. But it was a real shame that we didn't get to go away on our little trip. Sometimes it feels like when you're just at home, then we both really needed it, because as soon as he started feeling a bit better, then I suddenly got the cold. So I am on my last day of my week off before I go back to work tomorrow. I'm still feeling a little bit choked up with it, but like miles better than what I was feeling a couple of days ago. So we're just gonna chill on our last day. Has anybody got any ideas for what I can do with my last day? You can comment them below if you do have anything. Now that I'm back in the world of the living again. So this is me thinking, I haven't really explained why me and my partner are going through IVF, really. We were both going through our different traumatic events, so we kind of helped each other through and just got really close really fast. Just became best friends and more, obviously, very fast. So the discussion after we became a couple, discussion very quickly was like, so we're now in our late 20s, what would you like? What do you see in your future? And we both agreed that we would both like to have children in our future together. But the reason that he was going through something was that he was going through cancer. It was leukemia, and the good news is he is in remission now and no longer on chemotherapy or any medication. So it's fantastic news. When we initially met, he was still going through all his chemotherapy, and I thought that that maybe meant that we would never be able to have biological children together, and it would be a case of a sperm donor if it was to be my egg, or we would just go with adoption. Actually, my partner had frozen some sperm before he started getting his treatment. I still to this day think that must have been a really weird situation to be in. You've just been told you've got cancer, now you've got to a jar of your specimen, go into that room and go do your business. That's not what you're thinking about when you've just been told you've got cancer. Anyway, he did his stuff, thankfully, for me. And so yeah, he let me know that he does actually have some sperm frozen, and that maybe we could actually have a biological child together, which is fantastic. We were both at different GPs, but it would be my responsibility as the female to go to my GP and ask for a referral. They asked various different questions, and we were put onto the IVF waiting list. In that time, I did move house, so my GP practice actually changed, which I didn't think about at the time, but was actually a really difficult situation because it's like my notes never came with me. So I had a referral in a Fife practice. Then I had to go through a completely new service to be in my Bowness practice. One of them refers to one place and one of them refers to a completely different IVF centre, and so my journey through IVF appointments has been a little bit more complicated than it maybe should have been, because they either had my address as my old one or as this one, and the two were not linked. I would either have tests done twice, or they would assume something had been done when it hadn't been done because of crossover. Very confusing for the poor nurses and doctors, and then me having to explain my story to everyone various times. We think we have got into the system as just a singular me. We've been through various appointments to have all our tests done, and as suspected, obviously it is a male fertility factor that is the reason why we have to go through IVF. My egg reserves are all fine, ovaries are fine, I don't have any issues on my side. It is all because my partner is infertile after being on chemotherapy for his cancer treatment. It's been a rocky road to get to the stage we're at, where we're waiting for a frozen transfer. However, I also wouldn't change it because I love him so much that this whole journey has been entirely worth it, even just to get to this stage. He's my best friend, and I couldn't think of having a child with anybody but him. He's my biggest supporter and I am his, with however many rounds this is going to take us to get to our goal. I'm really proud of him.